Body. Group 3's topic was reintegration as means to achieving the SDGs. Under this group, we have the members from government organizations of Bangladesh and Sri Lanka. We did have civil society organizations representatives from different countries. So it was like the group worked following whole of society and whole of government approaches. Now we do have 3 questions. We worked on the 3 questions and each of the member of the group 3 actively interacted with each other, and now I would like to share with you the decisions of the group. First of all, the immediate next steps should be taken on reintegration as means to achieving the SDGs. So these are the recommendations for immediate solution. First of all, the group decided to introduce mandatory comprehensive insurance policy for the migrant workers in the country of destinations. So most of the country of destinations could have insurance policy for their laborers, national workers. If they include the migrant workers under this insurance policy, then it will help the migrant workers for reintegration as well. And this insurance policy could be for workmen, that is meaning who are working, as well as for other non-work related situations like disability and other things, and incapacitization, for example, for accident and other situations. If they include these in the policy, these will really help the migrant workers even after getting accident or death, so on. And this type of mandatory comprehensive insurance policy should be introduced in the country of origins as well. For example, the government of Bangladesh has introduced mandatory insurance policy for the migrant workers, meaning that they will start to give the premium at very low rate, and once they will fulfill certain years of work in overseas, they will start to get the benefit after certain age. For example, in Bangladesh, the age limit is 55. Then under immediate solution, death compensation irrespective of documented and undocumented or immigration status. So in case of the migrant workers die in overseas employment and in foreign country, then if death compensation can be introduced, their family members will be benefited, and this is a big issue for reintegration of the migrant workers' family members. And Bangladesh has already introduced death compensation. 300,000 Bangladeshi taka is provided for each of the deceased migrant workers in Bangladesh. And entrepreneurship development could be another step for immediate solution. Now I would like to shed light on identifying concrete initiatives, plans and projects that governments and stakeholders can take, as well as the United Nations. That is like sustainable reintegration. First of all, entrepreneurship capacity building. Under this topic, we can do training program and financial literacy building, as well as expanding markets for the returning migrant workers. Both they can again re-migrate to the country of destinations where they worked before, or even they can choose for new countries. So we have to expand our market. Then special economic zone. Under this special economic zone, for example, India has already introduced this project. Under this zone, land, electricity and all other institutional capacity building can be provided for the returning migrant workers, so that they can reinvest what they have saved in overseas employment, they can reinvest in the country of origins. And then contributing provident fund. That fund, like the migrant workers, before going for overseas employment, they have to open a bank account in the country of origins, and then they can save monthly basis, maybe a very much low rate. At the same time, the government of the country of origin will contribute the same amount of money, the migrant equal to the migrant workers' contribution. So in this way, the migrant worker will be facilitated to do 4 savings, as well as the government will also contribute. Once they will return to their home country, they will get a very good savings in their bank account. In order to implement this, first step has to be that the migrant workers has to open a bank account in their country. Then recognition of prior learning. This is very important because the migrant workers are earning knowledge skills when working in country of overseas. So after going back to their own country, their knowledge has to be recognized both by the country of origins as well as country of destinations. So we have to develop some mutual understanding, maybe MOU, to recognize the prior learning of the migrant workers. And one of the most important, and I think this is the first thing, we have to develop database for migrant workers, because unless and until we are getting the information of the migrant workers, we can't provide support for them. And for developing this database, there need to be joint shared responsibility and joint responsibility by the country of origins and country of destinations. Country of destination should provide the information to the country of origins once the migrant workers are migrating to overseas, because once they fly to overseas countries, it is difficult for the country of origins to get their information. At this point, the role of country of destinations is very important. See if they provide the information, basic information, as well as the company and recruiting agents information to the embassy of the country of origins, then the national government can develop its database, and then the migrant workers will be under the network of the both countries, so we can work mutually. Now for social reintegration, engagement of central, local government and authority as well as CSOs is very much important. And we have to include them in national social safety network. Most of the country of origins already do have their SSNs, and if we can include the migrant workers under this type of social safety network, they will get the benefit like other citizens of the country. And for economic reintegration, as I mentioned already, for implementing this, shared responsibility among the government, CSOs, CODs, and UN agencies is very much required. For psychosocial reintegration, counseling is very important, because once the migrant worker return to their home country, sometimes they feel different types of stresses for getting reintegrated into their family as well as in their community. So counseling services as well as referral mechanism is very important for psychosocial reintegration. And capacity building of the members of their family members is also important. For doing this, we can provide some sort of merit-based educational support to the children of the migrant workers, and management of entrepreneurship, skill development, providing family member loan is important. Now the third question, what modalities or tool can be used to follow up? That for doing this, we can divide it into steps like implementation and then monitoring and follow-up. For implementation, we need public-private partnership here, inclusion and whole of government and whole of society approaches. And for monitoring, we have to develop an action plan, maybe national action plan for each of the country of origins, and we can review after 1 year, after every financial year, and then follow up. We can do like every after 4 months, we can follow up. We have to allocate budget and resources And R&D, research and development, is very important for sharing the best practices of the country of origins as well as country of destinations. And finally, coordination among the national government, local government, CSOs, NGOs, and UN agencies is very important for reintegration of migrant workers. Thank you very much.